Hey, hi, welcome back to more Outer Worlds. So, I've been playing this game for about a minute, just trying to test out the settings, and for some reason, the first part, it's all fine, but whenever I go somewhere that's a little bit more populated, more cities, more towns, more buildings, the game FPS just dips, like, constantly. It stutters a lot, and no matter what settings I turn on, how low it gets, it just stutters all the time when there's, like, buildings, a lot of them. It's weird. I don't know why it does that, but maybe this time, maybe because there's no enemies here. There's enemies over there, and it starts stuttering, but not over here. So hopefully, it should be fine for now. Can't unlock that. So right now, our mission is to go to a botanical garden and to convince people to go back to the city and work for the rest of their lives without pay, or little to no pay, unless they want to die in the garden. I'm not going to kill them, but if they stay there, then they will die. Because I'm not leaving without my precious battery, I think I was looking for. Okay, so right now, it is buttery smooth. But I swear to God, like a minute ago when I was over there fighting some enemies, it was dipping and I couldn't fight the rest of them because just bothered the hell out of me, so I had to leave. Hold on.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
I'm sorry, what? I don't want to hurt you. I just want to talk. I am looking for a scientist, your leader.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along. Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
I'm looking for a geothermal plant. Am I?
A geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. If
Of
you're
course.
gonna start wandering around my camp, over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind. You don't know what enough with the questions means? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her. I've crossed off my share of marauders. This ain't about them. I go looking for Zoe, I leave the camp undefended, seeing as I'm the only one of us who knows her way around a gun.
Fine, I'll
Takes
keep an
one
eye out.
dilemma. It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Now, this is an RPG, which means that would doing side quests for them, making them my friends, would that help me out? Trying to convince them? I can try to convince the leader and be like, no, I kind of don't want to, but then this person, Grace Romero, she'd be like, oh, but he kind of helped me out with the whole Zoe thing, so maybe we should listen to him. We should trust him. Do you think that should help out? I'm going to do it, just in case. If it does nothing, then, like, it'd be a big waste of time, so it doesn't really matter.
Could do without the gallows humor.
Questions.
I'll tell you what I can.
Any idea where she might be hiding?
Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already.
You snooped around the room?
Little ways ago. She was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss was about.
Ah, Supernatural. Yes, I've heard a lot about that. How well do you know her?
Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
Okay. I guess I'll leave.
What is it?
Here, I'll just do that side quest first, and then See what happens afterwards, because I feel like with this kind of game, side quests matter depending who you're doing it for. Hold on, wrong one. Where's the one I was like trying to do?
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with? You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
Okay, what happened to her the day Zoe disappeared?
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Tell me a little better.
Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
What was that about surprising Zoe?
The other day I got my hands on a genuine copy.
What was that about surprising Zoe?
Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Okay. Was she acting strange before she disappeared?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
Alright, that should be enough for now. Let's go around her room and snoop around. Page 22. Where's the other pages? Well, today's the day, Zoe. Today's the day you take your destiny to your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talk about the Marauders' treat. Bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living in camps out in the hills, warming themselves by the light of barrel fires, probably mounted the heads of their enemies on spikes as a warning to folk like me. Okay. So, whoops, that was an accident. So they left. She went to a random Marauder camp. BRB, gonna bring back Zoe. My persuasion is pretty high up, so I can probably persuade her to come back here, which will help persuade the rest of the group to trust me once I'm trying to tell them, like, hey, go back to the city. I know it sucks there, but it's better than being there than dying. Probably not, but I'm just trying to like give them the best solution. Or the most optimal one for survival.
Watch out!
Whoa! Oh, I forgot to mention that another reason why I'm playing this game, or I guess replaying, is because DLCs that came out for this game ever since it launched, and I've never played the DLC. So I want to replay this game, get whatever ending I get, and I don't know, play the DLCs if they're connected at all. They're probably connected. You probably play the same character. I don't know DLCs. Oh no! Okay, kill everyone but Zoe. I'm dying. I'm dying. Well, that sucks. Okay, this time I got my light machine gun. I am ready. And prepare for the mines. That's one right there. It looks like the Marauders have some dogs with them. Might be on their side. Okay, so she teleports when you use skills. Gotcha. Hell yeah. Who's hitting me? Good job.
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways. What? You mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in them. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen. I'm great at clarifying. No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit. I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it.
All right.
I don't know. The vital processes that constitute the miracle of life are mysterious and unknowable. Oh, you mean around these guys? The Marauders wouldn't hurt me. They love me. I'm practically their queen. Yeah, must be my natural charisma. I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the Botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find? But a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse. I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them. I've got all the time in Halcyon. Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
Well, unfortunately for you, I got Persuade 10, and I think you should go back. The people are there worried.
I doubt that. Nobody in that camp really cared about me.
Okay, what about Stefan? You two are friends. Should I ruin the surprise? Probably not.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Also, he could carry on a conversation, unlike these hooligans. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose.
Cool.
Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got...
So yeah, there, I did something else, which means that they have to listen to me. But first, gotta loot this place.
What is it?
I talked to Zoe to come back.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway?
She joined up with a band of marauders. Should I tell her, or I'm gonna let Zoe tell her herself if she wants to? Something about want to be an outlaw.
You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
Level up. Level 4. Your reputation with the faction has changed. If enemies are hostile, but your reputation isn't kill on sight, leaving for a few days will calm down. That's a thing? Is there more quests I can do around here?
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
You need help?
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Oh, you got a workbench.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi, hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
I'm just passing through. Or I'm just trying to get my shelf off the ground.
Never heard it phrased in such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we? Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Look, I don't want to suck my own dick, but I'm an engineer. I could give you a couple pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Wait, I did find one at the community. The one he said.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Part 1.
Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
Sure, I'll let you know when I find more.
Sure. I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
Is there any more on the map, or do I have to look for them myself? Find 3 volumes. Thomas said he knows at least one volume of the set is in the local community center. That's one I got. And that another is used to be in town of Edgewater. And the girl, I forgot her name. She said that she knew one. Is that the same one he's talking about? Hold on. Character. Skills. What else? Perks. What should I get? Probably more health. What? That is not the one I picked. Ah. That's definitely not the one I picked. Gotta be kidding me. Wait, can I fast travel? Is that a thing yet? Oh, there is a map. Close the doors. Mother... Theodore buried last night. Not to report his death in our quarterly sounds fair to me. Was that to prepare a statement or something for the other workers? Been thinking about it, don't know what to tell him. Don't end up like Theodore. Do your work, show up, wear a smile, and you'll get your medical privileges. It's a start. That's effed up. I didn't steal anything. Keep the door closed.
Clever.
Okay, should be good enough. Let's go. Ooh, a secret box. Alright, so I checked all of Edgewater, and the amount of buildings you can go to is very limited, so there's not a lot to explore, and I don't think the engineering book log thingy is not there, so I'm going to check outside Edgewater. There was a place called Geothermal that it's like the location you go to change where the power is going to and coming from. So there's a good chance that it might be there because it's the only other building that's outside of Edgewater that I've not explored yet. So let's go take a look.
I always wanted to poke around in here.
I can't jump fences apparently.
Get ready.
Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, you're gonna die. Where are you? Is you dead? Come on, jump on top. Can I not really get on top of that? Wow, that sucks. Okay, where is she? I need to revive her. Oh no, wait, is she fully dead? Oh, whoops. Uh-oh. Well, that really sucks. Wait, can't really revive her? Oh, you're back alive. Whoa. That freaked the hell out of me. I guess she was playing dead for the enemies.
Mr. Thompson sent a talk with Miss McDevitt before doing anything here?
Who? What? Hold on. Oh yeah, the whole power thing. Yeah, sure. We're still gonna do it over there. I should look for something.
Processing.
We made it! Nice one!
How to borrow a copy of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. Radio's been sputtering. Any reference? I've returned a copy to the repair bay. Okay, gotta look for the repair bay. Oh, hold on. Plan status. Yep, I'm not gonna do that.
Nicely done.
Ooh, assault rifle. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait, I already had one. Wait, where did I get that one? Oh, whatever. Look at that. Optional geothermal security chief's keycard. Where'd it go? Good job.
Everyone all right? You got him. Here. I see you next. Get past that armor.
What did that do?
Uh-oh. Here goes nothing.
It's a pretty dope skill. It does a decent amount of damage too.
No, just leave me alone.
Who the hell is Higgins?
Go away, Phantom. Get away! You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot, scram.
Calm down, I'm not trying to hurt you.
You can talk? The Phantoms never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
What's going on?
Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination, which terrorized me on occasion. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
Cool. What do you do here?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
You were an engineer?
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
If you worked on these mechanicals, you must know where to stop them.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
I could deal with the mechanicals. I made it this far, didn't I?
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Someone tampered with it?
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
Thanks. Oh, found it. Oh, here you go. Modify behavior. Select new mode. Select new targets. Error. Automechanicals as a facility have been mandated to remain in guard mode. As punishable by company law, your infection has been noted in the permanent record. Higgins, please see your supervisor in the scheduled reprimand. Oh, wow. I got him in trouble. New target. Error. Okay. Any attempt to alter the setting punishable. Even more trouble. Defied intruders. All persons or entities not identified as property of Spacer's choice. Would you like to modify the definition of intruders? Define intruders as Spacer's choice automechanicals. Wait, what? Wait, so each other? Are they killing each other now? Hopefully that doesn't include Higgins, because he's not automechanical. You're not encumbered. Oh, shoot. Gotta go to the closest vending machine and sell all my stuff.
Any luck finding one of those manuals? No kidding. Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. 2 whole datum. Well, don't keep me in suspense. The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati, I swear, I'll do you proud.
Hey, reward.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
My outfit. Electrocharged surface. That's really loud. TNL makes the best gear for your friends and family. Companion perks. Your companion has leveled up and can be granted a new perk. Go to the companion page in your ledger and select the perk button to see the available perks. Okay. Wait, where's their perks? Oh, there it is. Oh, this is their inventory and their stuff. Okay, gotcha. What can they do? Let's see. More health. Threat generated. When attacking enemies, making them more likely to attack this companion. That's kind of fucked up. Making them more aggro to them. Decrease the amount of threat. Decrease. Less likely to attack this companion. Okay. Increase your engineer's skill when Parvati is in the party. Sure? Yeah, maybe more health first. Alrighty. So, is that it, or can I do any more missions? So I can just pick it up and leave? They're probably not gonna let me go, but I can just dip. Okay, I'm gonna try to persuade them first, and if they say... You didn't see that. If they say no, then it's really up to them, honestly. I can't force them.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned. No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice. The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Yeah, about that.
Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile?
Yeah.
Here? What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Reed asked to consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends. Well, that's not true.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Gotta divert your power to him. He mentioned the geothermal plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
You got a power regulator. I need to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
A hero, yeah, in your eyes.
A hero to the people who matter. To us. To the ones who come around. To the ones you save. Reed will never understand. He has been too long inebriated on the wine of corporate culture. All he sees is productivity, output, profits.
Yeah, I guess, but the thing is, that's an entire town, Edgewater. If you had your own town that was abandoned and needed power, then I could probably consider diverting to that one instead. But since you got nothing but a botanical, I'm not sure if I can do that. Morally speaking, that's like a lot more people in town than here.
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives. You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it. You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
What do you have against people trying to make a living?
It's not much of a living. Every single person in that town has sold themselves to Spacer's Choice. The company owns them. Body, blood, and bones. You've been there. You've seen it. All anyone ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless corporation, and then they're tossed into a Spacer's Choice brand cemetery.
Okay, I don't want to save a point, because you kind of don't. I mean, maybe, like one or a couple.
Life in Edgewater grinds. You bring power to Reed's town, and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting. You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down.
Is there nothing else I can do to convince them? Do I just have to, like, shut off their power by force, and then they'll go back, or...? I feel like that wouldn't really convince them. They'll just stay and die, which is not what I want. But again, I just said that if they say no, they're not going back, then I'll just take it anyways. Well, sorry, Adelaide, you leave me no other choice. Error. Power redirection function has failed. Manual override required. Please activate all 3 electrical track switches. I think I already did like 2 of them. I saw some stuff I could switch around. I already got 2 out of 3, I think. Okay, I gotta do 1 more.
That's the last.
Oh, boo-hoo, Pavard. You're gonna try to convince me otherwise? I dare you.
Once we do this, there's no Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
Okay, what's your opinion?
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
How's that boot taste?
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
Don't worry about it. I was barely listening to you.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
So you guys, that's simple. All I gotta do is say things that she will like and not actually mean it most of the time. Warning. Are you sure you want to continue? Sorry, Adelaide. Redirect power to Edgewater. Okay, I have to make sure I press the right one. Redirect power to Edgewater. That means go to the town, right? Let's go back to Adelaide. I cannot fast travel. Probably because I'm inside. Gotta go run outside, I bet. You scared me. What was that thing running around? You saw that? It was about to attack me. It had a gun. I still can't fast travel. Interesting.
Sweeping the area.
Incoming!
Ooh, shock is really good against robots. So, as you can see, I've done some modifications on my assault rifle. Pretty cool, huh? Got a nice looking sight. It can shoot. Well, hold on. Okay, for a second there, I thought it zooms in. Got a nice looking sight. I can shoot shock, so it does more damage to robots. Come on, run faster. I swear, in my lifetime, if I ever make a game, I want it to be open world, and I want to give the player freedom to be able to fast travel wherever they want on any point in the map without having to, like, unlock some sort of checkpoint. Because it makes things convenient, you know?
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit.
Fuck you.
This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private. away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper.
Just go back to town. You'll survive there.
Why did you do it? You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And
That's
you tell
fine.
Reed Thompson that I will
I'm practically
never
friends with them.
Edgewater.
I've helped them
I
out.
would
Now they can
rather
help me
die
out by
among
going
my
back.
flowers than live under his management.
Oh, come on. You're being unreasonable. Come back to Edgewater.
As long as Reed is still in Edgewater, I will not return. Those are my terms. My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
Fine. I'll deal with Reed then.
You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together. Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses.
What the
I've
fuck?
been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years.
Ew.
Daughter, if I were in a better mood, I might be inclined to try and change your mind.
Never the fuck's gonna happen.
I think you did the rightest thing you could sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise.
Yeah. Where'd she go? Oh.
Look at that. The snake.
Fine, I'll be right back. Can I fast travel to the town?
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts?
She won't come back as long as you're here.
Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's choice. I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes. But I have done my best for this town.
Bro, you let her son die.
Her son got sick with plague a couple years back. Company never gave us enough medication to treat the whole town. So I had to choose, you see. Adelaide's child or someone else's. She's never forgiven me. I don't expect she ever will.
That's kind of not your choice, really. You're not the father. You're not somebody of relation.
But I did. I made the decision. I am responsible for it. And I must shoulder the burden. I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer. But it is my home.
They're getting sick?
I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic. You are disparaging our parent company, and it is not appreciated. We are a Spacer's Choice Saltuna cannery. We eat Saltuna here, and only Saltuna.
You need Adelaide's garden. No, you don't. That's dead bodies. Unless, I mean, I guess when she comes back to town, would it still be dead bodies, or could she have more resources? What exactly are you putting in those cans?
Processed, liquefied, retextured salt tuna rendered in a chemical bath, of course. Well, mostly salt tuna. We've been experiencing a salt tuna shortage, you see. So we've had to improvise.
What are you using,
We've
dead
added wood
bodies?
chips, some mushrooms, bit of sand. Tossed some canid bits in our processor once. It all tastes like salt tuna in the end.
How funny would that be if he was using dead bodies too for this Altoona? For some reason, that wouldn't work at all. That can't be healthy.
Health is a state of mind, friend. Afflictions in one's body are reflections of afflictions in one's work ethic and attitude. Now listen, I do not know what pretty rhetoric Adelaide has fed you, but plagues are a simple fact of life.
Persuade. Adelaide found a way to grow food. She'll come back if you step down.
You will excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil?
Human corpses. Look, Reed, all I know is that it involves some really complicated math, and it works.
If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended.
That's all it took?
Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me. A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any of them. No such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find a place outside the walls, or put in for early retirement. I don't know. I could see myself lasting a week. I do. Adelaide's found a cure for the plague, and she knows how to tend to crop. She's what this town needs.
Since when there's a cure? We weren't talking about that.
I have always tried to do right by my town. It has never been easy.
Okay, well, I guess I can just go back and tell her that he's gonna leave if you come back. It's all fine now. Nice and dandy. You don't have to use dead bodies anymore.
Look at that. The snake's come back. I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward.
Yeah.
This don't put us on even footing, you understand. But it is a start. I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies. I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater. Got a considerable burden to carry.
Okay, guess you still got these bodies. Just make sure you don't get all that power into your head and be a dick like the last guy. So what now? What do you mean? Now we get to finally play the game. So, what happens next? Return to the unreliable. Can I fast travel? Where is it?
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
I understand. I want to go back. You didn't seem happy in Edgewater.
Well, it's kind of you to say that. And you're right. I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think? Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
All right, let's go. I don't remember my first playthrough, but I'm pretty sure I remember having her with me the entire time as a companion. Where'd I put the power thing? I think up there.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community. What can I do for you, Captain?
I've installed the power regulator.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Yeah, sure. We're gonna finally lift off and go to space to other planets in the next part. I'm going to end part 2 right here, which you'll watch. If you like it, subscribe, work on Lantern. I'll see you next time for some more Outer Worlds. Bye.